What up, guys? It's Perfect King here with Team Indecisive. Uh, wanted to make a little rant video about my first ever One Piece regional, and I'm gonna preface this with saying this video is gonna be about what not to do at a regional or for any card event for that matter. So I wanted to just kind of talk to you guys about my experience compared to the other TCGs I've attempted or I've done before in the past. So just gonna compare. Um, Not gonna go into a whole lot with as far as how I did because, long story short, not the greatest. That's why, and there's a reason for everything. So that's why it's gonna be this videos are gonna be about what not to do. So, and this is all my fault, all of my own. This is kind of my own doing. I defeated myself, basically. Um, First things first, let's go straight into the deck list and tell you guys what I took. So it was a toss up between playing meta or something fun. And to be honest, I was a little burnt out on Lucci. Played meta for the past two sets. Played Lucci all of OPO7 and Moria all of OPO6, um, and just really burnt out. So it was a toss up between those two, and what I actually took. Starter deck 14 Luffy. I didn't expect this to do well, and I wanted to go just to have fun, to be honest. Um, like I said, I was feeling burnout, and if I were to take Lucci or Moria, I just wasn't gonna feel. This wasn't gonna feel right just taking it, uh, knowing that I wouldn't be giving it my all. So this is actually a fun leader, really really fun, and and if you high roll, you actually can steal some wins, and it's pretty good. It's okay. So, really quick, like I said, let's go into the deck list. Three Brook. It's gonna. It feels just a staple in most black decks. Most black decks. It's really good. Minus the cost, KOing something zero. Kuzan to help out with that. Suru, obviously, I guess another staple in most black decks too. 2K counter, -2. Isho. Currently this meta, I think if you're playing black, you kind of have to play Isho just because with the amount of search power that green has, pretty good against yellow. Um, it's pretty good, and in the -3, of course. So Sabo, another staple. In this version, I'm in this black deck. I'm playing a full four. Any other deck could probably be 2 to 3, but uh, this deck doesn't have its own searcher, so I'm going to need as much draw power. 3 Rebecca. Couldn't squeeze in the fourth one. I mean, I'm sure I can cut some other stuff, but felt like 3 was fine. Uh, Moria. Uh, Believe it or not, as much as the staple this card is in this deck, this deck doesn't really need Moria, and to be honest, I kind of wish I would have cut it, at least for Luffy. This is probably Luffy specific, starter deck 14 specific. I think any other black deck you would probably play for this, but just because this doesn't really have its like bread and butter combo like Lucci Moria does with Moria. So yeah, I can get Rebecca, but Rebecca into Brook -1. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could KO something with Robin and Ice Age and Brook. It's not bad, but this deck doesn't actually rely on Moro. It does rely like on boss cards, yes, like to solidify your win. But the entire time you kind of want to get some combo pieces out or get some key cards out on board. Um, so by the time Moria or your other boss cards come out, it just kind of helps you close out the game. So that's why I only opted for the 2 Moria. Like I said, might take it out. I think I will. Uh, Luffy grew on me. I used to think this card was a little slow, just because it's not a rush. It's a 5 cost, and it can easily get removed. But with leader and the stage, this is a 7 cost, which other players have to put other like going up against black decks. They have to put more effort into getting this off the board, uh, and then it removing other characters on board is pretty good. And then The plus 1K, it's nice. It's there. So it's there when you have it. If you don't use it, it's fine. Other boss card, Sabo. Probably gonna bump this up, or maybe even add Stussy if I remove the Moria. Um, Really good, and you play a decent chunk of bricks. Like the Sanji, Kuzan, just like no counter cards. So tossing a card from your hand is not going to be the end of the world with this deck. Uh, Sanji, 4 of for sure. It's like one of the best cards. And this is probably going to be another staple in like the upcoming like Luffy. What's that? Luffy Black Purple, and it's really good. Really really good. I don't want to say it's going to be a staple in black decks, but if you like tech it, I wouldn't like bat an eye. It's pretty good. It's a really good card. Robin, I can probably just trim this a little bit, maybe even cut it, but I do like it. It's basically like Kuzan, like but on play, as long as you have an 8 cost, which isn't too hard, especially if you have like if you're going first 7 down, you can just give one to Luffy, and if you have stage established, it's already an 8, so not too bad. And then there weren't any other 2K uh cards. I did play this. I know there was like the soldier, which I did after regionals. I did add it in there. So, but his effect occasionally came up during the tournament, which was it's cool. It was cool. It's really good. It helps you go through your deck, which this deck doesn't really have. Like I said, it doesn't have a searcher, so you need as much drop power, and then and like I said, we'll go into the other stuff for just a sec. So Ice Age, could probably trim this down. I mean, I like it at 4, because there's not, you know, yeah. I mean, I like it at 4, but I'm definitely thinking about cutting this down. Probably for the other like Legged Soldier guy, the 2K counter. 6 King Pistol. I think currently it is out of my deck. Like after the tournament, and although this did come up, and like I said, you do play enough bricks to like make this to validate the use of this. Um, I have my crew, draw 1, +3 to your characters. This is really good, and I will argue with my teammates about this card. Unless someone else in the comments can like really convince me, but my teammates weren't able to. It's a 1-for-1 basically. Again, mind you, no searchers. So you're going to need as much draw power as you can. And that's my reasoning behind it, to like get through your deck and find your pieces that you need. On top of that, you can make like just like your 4 cost Kuzan or Rebecca a 7 Don 1 on your leader, or even if you have stage. And that's already an 8 cost character. So on turn 5, you have like on your 5 Don turn, you have an 8 cost character on board, so you can trigger your leader's ability to have that 1000k power, which comes up a lot. That's actually like the really like cherry on top, which pushes it on the border of like really good rogue deck. So yeah, I don't think I want to trim this down at all. And then 1070, 4 of, again, draw for it being your Straw Hat leader. I can just play this back to back, especially if I'm going second and open up 2 of these. I'm definitely okay with that. I'm gonna get into some games and start ranting about my matchups, how the event was. Overall, the event was cool. It's nice. It wasn't like, oh my god, it's amazing. Believe it or not, it's the little things that did it for me. So I played Yu-Gi-Oh, and the regionals there was the regionals there were, I guess, they did their own thing. They were pretty well established. But one thing I did like about the One Piece regional, ours specifically, and this was the Fort Worth or the Dallas regional, was the venue had like water. As silly as that sounds, they had like water, uh, icy cold water for you to fill up your tumblers, or water bottles, or whatever you have. So you could just hydrate throughout the entire event. And whenever it would get low, they would just refill it and put it back out for everyone to grab. So that for me was amazing. You didn't have to worry about carrying out water bottles, buying water. Uh, that was amazing, and for that, that that's good on them. Thank you. um, and the only thing was my gripe with it was that there was like only one vendor there who barely had anything. They had a few things, but nothing worth getting, in my opinion, unless I really needed something. Um, and Also, there's side events were meh, really. Like you had to drop, which I guess understandable. So if you want to do their side events, you had to drop. But they also started their side events like really late in the day. I think by around 3 or 4 is when they started their first side event, and I think they only had like two more after that. So uh, I would kind of wish they just did that alongside the regional for people who like didn't make it, or if they had enough people that dropped by round one, they could have started sooner. I don't know. Maybe that's me being picky. So, all right, now here, I'm gonna try to multitask uh, and go through my matchups. My round one was Bonnie, uh, and I will say I started out the gate pretty dang good. Like by the first half of the day, I was X1 by round four. Yeah, I was X1 by round four. Surprisingly, you know, happy about it. Like it's like I mean, I expected me as a player to do okay. Um, and with this leader, I expected to like kind of go X3 at some point and drop, but halfway through the day, barely X1. Yeah, it is a pretty decent leader, and I guess like I said, I'm a pretty decent player. I think I would say not the best, and you'll probably see here. Watch me just fumble all these games as I'm trying to praise myself. But there it goes. Yeah, so my round one was Bonnie. Almost it was a close game. They just couldn't capitalize on after their the 10 drop Hadofi play. So and then so I was able to like kind of get back into my rhythm after the Dofi play. So they couldn't capitalize too well. And that was my round one. Round two was what was it? No, I had it written down. Dofi, I believe it was Yamato actually. Yamato. So another rogue deck. I ended up like just like taking life. They weren't able to like get out there. They didn't see like their advantage Namis, so I just kind of took their double attacks pretty good, and able to stack my hand with a bunch of 2Ks. So when they tried to, by the time they saw like a what's the Hody Jones, by the time they saw their Hody and tried to swing big with both Hody and their leader, I was able to counter out and then just finish them off for game there. Round three, Bonnie. I'm gonna say this right now. I think I played like 4 Bonnies. So second Bonnie, I won. Again, that actually survived. I managed to survive like two 10 cost Dofi plays, and oh shoot, there I go. I fumbled that. Dang. Um. So yeah. They I did survive 2 Dofi plays back to back. So my matches was pretty good. I kind of watched how like I usually play expecting a 10 Dofi, so I'm very meticulous with my particular about my attacks right before they get to 10 down. So I think that helps. Like I said, I think I'm a decent player. Round three was a black deck. I believe was Lucci. Yeah, Lucci. And surprisingly, as This, as much of an anti-black deck this is, I actually lost that. Uh, yeah, I didn't see stage games where I didn't see stage. I It was a rough ride. So yeah, I lost it. Didn't see stage enough. I usually mulligan, hard mulligan, no matter how what my hand looks like. Mulligan straight for like stage. Um, so lost that one, and then round four was another Bonnie, not Bonnie. It was, I don't remember. I would say it's a fair. I think it was a fairly relevant deck. I can't remember. I didn't play against it. I think my only rogue of the day was Yamato. It's my only rogue day. Everything else is, I would say, pretty competitive. Let's see. Let's drop. Let's drop a more. Yeah, let's drop this. Yeah. I can't remember what my round four was, but I know I won because I remember we they gave us a break after round four. They gave us a break, and that's when I noticed the losing streak. So first half of the day by round four, X one. Round five was a was another Bonnie. This one I lost. I lost this Bonnie. I went 2 for 2 on the Bonnie matchups. Hmm. Why quit? Yeah, I went 2 for 2 out of 4 Bonnies. I beat two, and then the next 2 Bonnies in the second half of the day I lost. The third Bonnie matchup was round five. They went 2 10 cost Dophies, which I would have won if it wasn't for the Dophies. Uh, um, but then like he did the 2 Dophies and then the Hody Jones after that. And I couldn't come up. Ugh. So that was that. And then the next round was round six. Uh, Law. Yeah, Law. Um, oh, actually, I played Law against the first half of the day, so I think that Law was my round four, which I won. Yeah, Law was my win, and then round six, I think was I know I lost by round five, six, seven, eight. I lost. So yeah, I think there was like a Dofi in there, and I think whatever my round six was, I lost for sure. Very close to dropping, but some of the teammates wanted to stay. Um, they convinced me to stay as well, so I'm like, you know what, screw it. So I stayed with them, and I wasn't gonna do anything else. Wasn't gonna play side events because their timing. I think by the half of the second half of the day, they were done with side events. So um, one of my biggest mistakes of doing was staying up late. First off, one word of advice is that make sure when you go to an event like that, just know what you're going to go know what you're going to get into, like know what you're going to take. Like I made the mistake of fumbling between Lucci, Moria, and this deck. These are my top three, and I hadn't decided. We left on our road trip from to Dallas very late, so we didn't get to the hotel till 12. And the entire ride, there were I was half my team was telling me to play Lucci, other half was telling me to like take Moria. Uh, let's see, and another one was telling me just have fun, take Luffy. Um, so and then out of nowhere, I almost took promo Sokka at one point. They teammates had a build. It looked kind of convincing, but I guess not that convincing. But wasting my time trying to like uh let's do, what do I need? Do I need Sabo? Let's on the opponents. Also, can he not be KO'd? If you have less than or equal to Monstone. Oh, other than Pickles. Okay, cool. I haven't played against this deck. Mm, do this. And 7. Let's do this, and we'll do one Sanji. Yeah. So let's see. So yeah, um, so stayed up late playtesting with different decks, and still couldn't decide. Also, I also didn't make the cut. I didn't like make it in time to sign up for the regional, so I had to go early to the regional. I think I had to get up at like 5, and I had to get up at like 5 just to um, make sure I get in line in time to like actually like sign up for the regional, which I did obviously. And then as I'm in line, still thinking about which deck to take. So again, that's my biggest mistake. Any advice out there for anyone? Just decide what you're gonna take like prior to, and just stick with it. Like that's what I should have done. Basically, my sleep schedule for that entire day was just completely off. Got the hotel at 12, play tested till like 2, woke up at 5 to make it in line. And there was like, and I was like, even though I woke up at 5, I was like the 80th person in line. And I think they let the first 100 or so people in uh, to the regional. So it was not a good day. Let's see. So I can't KO the Foxy Pirates. If equal or stun, yeah, let's KO him. Sure. Um. Oh wait, did he have more? 5, 5. Oh shoot. So I could have KO'd the other guy. It's fine. I have. Mm. Hmm. Let's see. I was trying to use Foxy Pirates. You don't have any other characters in play. Oh yeah, I think I want to get rid of him. Here he goes. So yeah, so about 2 to 3 hours of sleep. Because even though I went to bed at 2, I couldn't fall asleep immediately. So I got like 2 hours of sleep, maybe less. And then as I'm in line, still trying to figure out what deck to take. And I think at some point I was like, screw it, I'm just here to have fun. This is causing me too much stress. I'm taking Luffy, and I don't regret it. Like I said, I when I started the gate, pretty dang good. First, especially going up against like decks that weren't rogue. Like I went up against Law, Bonnies, like those. These are all like top tier decks. I had like four Bonnies today. I mean that day, I played against 2 Luchis. Um, I know Yamato. I can't remember. I know for sure Yamato was like my only rogue deck matchup. Everything else was pretty top tier like meta deck. So um, had I like actually rested and decided on this deck a lot sooner, could my day have been different? Yeah, sure, probably. Ooh, I have to let that one go, don't I? 6. Let's see. Yeah, probably let that one go. That's fine. I've never played against Foxy. I don't really play Sim too much. Like I like just playing IRL. Let's see. So see, this is kind of one of the scenarios I kind of ran into. Like I have more in hand, but like you know, not much to grab from trash here. Let's see. I could establish Isho. Yeah, we could do Isho. I feel like I should bust out Nami, Robin right now, but it's fine. Yeah. I specifically remember even at one point of the day, one of my rounds, I think it was around 6, 7, I drew 5, and without even looking, I just drew life, and I said, "Okay, ready." Like, didn't look at it, didn't mulligan, and then it wasn't until like my turn actually started I realized, like, oh no, I didn't look at my hand, I didn't mulligan. It was horrible. So, so yeah, it was a rough day to say the least. They gave us a lunch break, but I tried to sleep during that lunch break. Um, so yeah, and that was pretty much it. I mean, honestly, overall, I still had fun. As bummed out as I was, I'm mostly kicking myself for like just not sticking through to like if I'm burnt out, accept the burnout, play a different deck, play a fun deck, or don't play at all, and just go with what you're playing currently. So after the burnout, a couple weeks before the regional, I was playtesting this deck, and I played it for fun. It was a deck I enjoyed playing, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna take it. Yeah, no 2Ks. Freeze. Hmm. Let's see. Let's see. Again, Moria, not good here. I should have. What did I dump this? I wasn't paying attention. Let's see. We can KO somebody, right? Six. Oh, I won't get the boost if I gave him the Dawn. What's this? If you have less on your opponent. Oh, it's not play. I should probably get rid of it though. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Shoot. I forgot about this guy. That's fine. Let's go for board. I got the boost. That's fine. Yeah. Overall, the only thing I said, I'm only kicking myself for not just sticking like this, firmly deciding what deck to take. So if you watch this video, you take anything away from it, just stick with the deck that you're most comfortable with at the time, and just go with that. Yeah, I don't regret. I've been playing. I'm still playing currently up until '08. When once '08 comes out, I'll be switching the deck. But yeah, I might go back to playing Lucci. Just some decks. I might continue just to play fun decks. King and Zuru seem kind of fun, but I probably won't really. I haven't fully decided. I haven't fully decided just yet because OP08 hasn't come out. So I want to see how the meta shapes up because it's gonna be a whole new meta for us here in the U.S. or in the West. Whole new meta for the West. So I'm very curious to see how this meta shapes up, and then I'll decide if I feel like playing a meta deck or not. All right, I gotta pay attention to see what this guy's doing. Minus, minus. I guess he's frozen. Who's freezing? So one. Okay. And okay, so these two guys are freezing my stuff here. I could just get a big body out. I could probably get rid of something. Yeah, let's Dang, we really have nothing. I know. Let's do this. Get this guy. Uh Nothing else. Let's activate this. Draw one, trash one. Yeah, I see that. He kind of he comes up sometimes. A couple of the rounds actually played him. One thing I like about playing with this deck is everyone's just like, "What is this do?" Like you get the element of supply surprise with this, and which kind of wins you some games. Okay, so he's at 3. Let's see. Oh, let it go through. Mm, yeah, I kind of want my stuff back. Oh my God, I forgot about him. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Overall, yeah, the trip was fun. Went with friends. Um, we all kind of scrubbed out. Um, I think Achilles is also on a bit of a burnout as well, so he's just waiting for OPO8. So we're all just kind of waiting for the new meta. We're all excited, just to see what this new meta, this new unsolved meta is going to look like for us. So, but yeah, let me know what you guys in the comments think about my deck. What changes you'd make. If you've been taking this to your locals, I've been taking this to locals. It's changing every time I take it. Every time I play with it, I'm tinkering with it. This is just the version I took to regionals. So, um, but yeah, no, it's fun. You guys should give it a try. But yeah, until next time, uh, thank you guys, and have a good one.